Hey guys, quick Thorn coin update. This is the Crypto Jarhead. Short update. We've been silent over the last few days as we're currently coordinating an advertising campaign that will be launched in the run-up to us going on an external exchange. Even when we are quiet, we're working very hard for the future of Thorn coin. So this is great news. We've seen, I think it was a Crypto Keeper. I think I saw Crypto Gems had wrote to them. A couple other people had wrote to them just asking like, hey, are you guys going to be doing advertising? And there are a couple of updates with a yes, they're going to be doing something along those lines. But it's also good to see the official announcement, right? So this should be very good. Looks like this just hit, I don't know, 4 minutes ago, something like that. So hopefully this kind of affects the price of Thorn right now. Might see a little bit of a bump in the price. But the real run-up that's going to happen is as the advertising is launched and as we get to the external exchange and bring in more people, more volume, more people is more volume. More volume is going to be the better price. Generally speaking, that's what we're waiting for. Because right now, people are buying and selling. And yes, they are buying and selling. People are day trading this like crazy. But it's all internally. It's buying and selling to other investors. So this will be good for everyone. This will be a really, really good thing, guys. So very excited to be bringing that one to you. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work. What they're going to be doing as far as advertising is concerned. I don't think they can go the Facebook route, but Facebook advertising is not the only advertising. I know you can do Google AdWords for it, so that's one thing that they could do. We'll see what they're up to, but it's good news. Whew. Sorry, I'm a little out of it. Been cleaning the house all day, taking care of the kid, but yeah, good news for Thorn or from Thorn. That they are going to the external exchange, and they're going to be launching an advertising platform. So they're doing everything that they can to make this a successful project. So I'm very excited for the future of Thorn coin. So that is your morning Thorn coin update. I did get, I think I got like 7.7 Thorns interest yesterday, which is good. And here in a couple hours, I'll get some more interest from today. So that's going well. I do still have the short-term stakes going. I think I've got enough Thorns now to go ahead and do one like 25 lock stake. Like the short-term stake that's just kind of like me locking those coins away. So I think I'm going to do 2 sets of those locked up stakes, to try and top off 2 full when I restart the long-term stakes, the 25 Thorns should retop those back up to 100 Thorns. So I can do that at the right price point. And if not, well, I can just add those 25 Thorns onto the Thorns that I get from canceling that long-term stake and have it go from there, and still have it be an increased value. So that's all I got on Thorn. Happy hunting. Stay frosty. The Oracle has dropped a couple different videos today on trading. He did a live stream, which was really cool. I had the kid in my lap, so I was listening, but it was real quick, so I couldn't really watch a whole lot. I just saw the chat flying back and forth. So, but I was listening to what he was saying, and it was pretty good info. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Then he's got a way to make money off of the Mt. Gox trustee tanking the market, which is that's good information to have. It's certainly a way that you can make money if you can reliably predict when he's going to tank it and how far it's going to tank. It's not a bad way to kind of multiply your Bitcoin there. Because think about it. If you had sold around 12 and just waited for it to hit 6 and then pop back up to 7.5 and then bought it back in at 7.5 or 8, that's a 50% increase in the amount of Bitcoin that you would have. So if you started with 0.5, now you'd have 0.75 Bitcoins, right? You get the idea? And if you could do this 2 or 3 times, you could definitely multiply your your money that you've got. So it's not a bad way to make money. The danger comes in. We don't really know when he's going to be doing this, because obviously, if he announced it beforehand, he wouldn't even have to sell the Bitcoin to tank it. It would just, people would start selling immediately. But I'm definitely going to be holding on to a little bit of Bitcoin. Not much. I'm just going to play around with this one, see what happens with it. But, why not? A lot of these ICO programs that we're in, they're taking a lot longer to get where they need to be before we can really do much of anything with them. So, in the meantime, while we wait, I've got no problem doing a little bit of speculation. Why not? The Finecoin platform is doing really well. I'm really liking their platform. It's completely different than Thorncoin, but it's doing good. I am up to 1,000 tokens now, doing my arbitrage, just kind of in that sweet spot of finding those 5-10 cent price differences and capitalizing on them. That's pretty risky to do too, though. So just be careful. There have been a couple times where I would have lost on trades if I had panicked, and then I just kept the buy order open, and within 12 hours or a day or something, the price had fallen back down to where I needed it to be, and was able to get those fines back. But definitely made me pretty nervous when I'd put in I sold one batch at around 59 cents and then jumped up to like 65 and stayed there for like, I don't know, 15 or 16 hours. I was like, fuck. But, at that point, I was just like, well, let's just let it ride for another day and see what happens. And woke up in the morning and it was all good. So it is very risky. Not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. But overall, it's been really good, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. But this is why I don't day trade, because crypto never fucking sleeps. And I found myself staring at that computer screen way more than I wanted to. So I'm kind of backing off on that a little bit. I did get over 1,000 coins, so now it's all good for me, because I can get that extra 10 days off of when I can begin getting the interest after I do start my stake. So now, I'm playing around a little bit with, just a couple handfuls of Finecoin. Trying to get a few more, but for right now, I'm good on it. Just waiting for it to hit a good price for me to go ahead and start my stake. I'd like to have at least a couple $1,000s in lending at a time, so I can look forward to $700 or $800 a month at the least. I think that would be very good for me. especially getting in for $180. It's not bad at all. So that's going very well. I'm liking that a lot. Crusoes, I've heard that they're making moves. I haven't seen what moves they're making. But hey, any movement is good movement as far as Crusoes is concerned, as long as the movement is not towards the exit, which that does not sound like what is happening. So there is still hope for Crusoes. I haven't checked on my loans today because it's, at this point it's just kind of a waiting game for it. Either they're going to fold or they won't, and there's really not much that I can do about that. So in the meantime, I'm kind of just letting it sit, and I'll check in on it every few days, and see what's going on over in Crusoes land. Maybe pop open a yogurt while I do it. Who knows? But as far as that is concerned, unless I hear some solid Crusoes updates, I'm going to stop kind of talking about Crusoes a little bit, just because there's nothing happening with it right now. I'm still invested in it, and I still want it to succeed very much, but there's just, what are you going to do, man? Sometimes you just have to wait it out. So I think that's going to wrap it up for today. I really did enjoy the stream yesterday. had to break it off into a few parts, unfortunately, because life does happen. I'm a busy guy, and it's kind of hard for me to nail down a solid, like, okay, I've got exactly 1 hour with zero distractions, But hey, I had a lot of fun doing it. We talked a little bit about cryptocurrency. We talked a lot about conspiracies, which was cool. Heard some new ones, new to me, which is awesome. I love hearing new stuff, getting more information on the stuff that I have heard about a little bit, So that was a lot of fun. And Crypto Country Boy, he has an older channel that a lot of it was dedicated to conspiracy stuff. So he went ahead and linked me that channel, and I had a pretty good time last night checking it out. So it was good stuff, So there's more than just cryptocurrency happening on that channel. So it's pretty cool. I like it. Hopefully this week we just talk about crypto, because hopefully there's enough news to have an hour of crypto. There just wasn't a whole lot that had happened last week in the platforms that we are invested in, to really dedicate an hour and a half or however long the stream ran for to it. So in the meantime, if there's not a whole lot going on in crypto land, I still want to I still enjoy talking to you guys and having that interaction. So even if it's this week we're not talking about crypto, we're going to talk about conspiracy stuff, or we're going to talk about like auto shop horror stories or whatever. Just whatever, man. I'm pretty easy going, pretty open. I just love talking to people and finding out more about them. So I think that's really fun. Anyways, that'll do it for today. Have a great rest of your Sunday, or have a good night's sleep before you end your weekend. And I will see you guys tomorrow.